Action.
Welcome back to the plot, everyone. I haven't been doing a lot of videoing recently because I've been cracking on and getting some stuff done. So I'm just going to go and grab some strawberries to take home. So I'll take you around and show you them. Then I'll give you a quick run around the plot and show you what's been happening. So come this way. Right. Have a look under these. I can see that some of these are ready to come. So I'm just going to go round and pick these. Unfortunately, Pip doesn't like strawberries, so that means I have to eat them all myself. But yeah, getting some. Haven't had any strawberries from the plot for a few years. I gave up with strawberries after 1 year when the slugs got them all. But I haven't seen much slug damage in this raised bed. Wow. Now, I know how tempting it is to eat them straight from the plant, but what I have to remember is that the troughs we use, the troughs we use have filthy water in it because everyone putting their watering cans in. So yeah, they need a good wash really before you can eat them. But that's not a problem. What I'll do after I've picked these is I'll give you a quick whiz round, and I mean quick because we don't have much battery life left, round my pot. There's one, there's a good one that's been slugged. Don't know whether you can see that. I'll give you a quick whiz around this plot, then I'll show you what's been happening in Delilah's plot. You need to come closer or the microphone won't pick up what I'm saying. But oh, that's not a good one. That one's gone mouldy for some reason. And so has that one. That one's gone mouldy as well. The others seem okay. I mean, they're fine. Like everyone else, it's been a dreadful year for the slugs. So they've been really rampant this year. So there are a few things that are not doing it as well as what I'd hope. And also the weather's been a bit screwy. We've had another bad one. Since we came into June, for the past 2 weeks, it's been really cold at night. Well, that's going to be a nice little treat for me when I get home after I get these washed. And in fact, I might stop off at the supermarket on the way home and get some cream to have with these. Right, I'll leave them there, and I'll take the camera and I'll give you a quick tour around the plot. Right, starting off down this end, I'll show you. I've got some squashes. These are the red curry squashes, and these are my sweet corn. The sweet corn is going to go in the sweet corn cage once I clear out. I've done most of the weeding, All that's just lying on the surface, it just needs to be taken out. It shouldn't take me long to do. I just got to prioritise it over other jobs. The cabbages are in, the brassicas are in. As we can see, that one at the end, slug damage, slug and snail damage. It's not only the slugs, the snails get them as well. So these are greyhound cabbage, these ones here, and these are the red drumhead cabbages, which are really nice little red cabbage. As you can see, I spent some time cutting all the grass and trimming it. These are cauliflowers. These are Romanesque cauliflowers, I believe. Got a casualty there at the end, and at that end as well. So I do have some more nematodes that I'm going to put down, but I've just run out of time today. This bed is doing really well. Well, look at that. All those lettuces, and the slugs haven't touched them yet. I do have bear traps in it. I've got about 6 bear traps. I've got some over at the brassicas as well. And one night I collected about 120 slugs in the bear traps. So they do work really well. It's just I can't afford to keep buying them beer. So I'm going to get some brewer's yeast and try it with yeast and sugar solution to see if that will attract them. But these are looking really good. These are tall romaine lettuce. These are romaine lettuce. Got Lola Rossa. We've got some red dragon mustard that's going to seed. I might actually do some more of that. It's quite nice. And I've got some black seeded Simpson. And what you can't see at the ends, because they're very small, is some red veined sorrel. So, and there's a couple of beetroot in there as well for good measure. We've got some new potatoes in sacks, they're doing okay. We've got a trough full of weeds. This is my onions and garlic. It's not been a great year for them. This is my own saved garlic, is it? I can't remember now. I think that's my own saved garlic from last year. So I've got that. There's more garlic. These could be onions actually. They could be onions from onion sets. I did start weeding this, but I've run out of time. I will get round to it eventually. Maybe come up during the week and do it. These are the elephant garlics, which are doing well. They've got the scapes on them. So I don't know whether I should take them off or not, or leave them on. I've taken them off all the other ones, but yeah. So that's the elephant garlic. We've got some normal sized garlic there and a few onions. Not a great year for onions and garlics. We've got leeks in this bed. They're starting to improve. They're little spindly things when I first put them in, but they'll grow. We're not expecting them to harvest them until about December or January next year. Sorry, December this year and January next year. So they'll do. This bed's not been used yet. I have got plans for that later. The rhubarb got absolutely mullered by slugs and it just died. Everything on it died. As you can see, the leaves, all the leaves were like this. There was more holes than leaves, as you can see. All the leaves have been stripped back and the plant just basically died. But all this new green stuff is coming out is in the last week. Just take some bindweed off. So I'm hoping that it bounces back and we're able to get another cropping from it before we stop. The blueberries, we've got blueberries on the blueberries, so who knows, we might get a crop off of that. More new potatoes. These were the first earlies to go out, so I'm hoping I'm going to be going away for a little while. When I come back, I'm hoping they'll be ready to pick. As you can see, the strawberries, got a nice bag of strawberries to take home for me. Lovely, I love strawberries. And here we've got a few parsnips. So we've got a few parsnips. We've got a lot of empty stations as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and get the parsnip seeds and put them in these stations. We've also got some rogue potatoes. I grew potatoes in here about 4 or 5 years ago, and every year I get a rogue potato growing in it. Not a problem, I'll dig it out, we'll see. Got another potato growing there, and I've also got a squash growing there which has been damaged by the slugs. We had a plant swap on last week, and I swapped some plants for that squash, so I'm hoping that'll, I think it's a butternut squash, so I'm hoping good things from that. Broad beans, we are getting some broad beans now. We have got loads of black fly on all the plants, but that's to be expected this time of the year. So, but we are getting broad beans, so I'm hopeful for them. Tomatoes are in the ground, they're not doing well. They were very small when I put them in the ground, and as I said, we've been getting very cold nights, so if I come up tomorrow I'm going to give them a feed just to see if it helps them. I've got some peas down here, but I think they're getting attacked a little bit by the birds. I'm hoping they start to grow, because I quite like peas. Yeah, tomatoes are a bit small, so I'm going to give them a feed. This bed, I've got some sweet peas growing there. I've also got a couple of little tomato plants. There was 3. One's been totally eaten away by the snails, slugs and snails. So there's a few tomatoes in there. And here I've got some mooli. And here I've got about 4 or 5 mooli there. I've got some carrots here as well. And this was a little thing I tried. It was something I saw in Michael's home and garden allotment, where I tried to grow carrots through egg trays. Now, he didn't have much success, and I don't have much success, but I think my lack of success is down to the seeds, because the seeds that I put in here is also the same seeds I used here, and I think I've got 2 there. So these 2 lines and the ones in the eggshells are all the same seeds, and as you can see, very poor germination. And it is really poor germination because it was new seeds I bought last year from Premier Seed Direct, Autumn King. So I might actually plant some, get some of these Nance seeds and put on 2 lines here as well and get some carrots back. But yeah, that's the carrots. We've got main crop potatoes in pots. We have got more brassicas here. We've got more little red drumhead cabbages. That one's not looking so great, but that's looking okay. We've also got 3 kohlrabi. If anyone doesn't know what a kohlrabi is, I'll stick a picture of one in the video right here. Just put my finger right here. Just put my finger there to remind me. So kohlrabi, don't even know what it tastes like. So I'm going to have kohlrabi hopefully for the first time this year. The green gage tree is doing well, as you can see. We've got lots of green gages. It's very difficult to see them, but once you start looking for them, they are everywhere. They are all over this tree. So it'd be nice to get some of these. What else? Oh yeah, this is my purple French beans. They are doing okay. Most of them we have lost a few down to slug damage, but most of them are doing okay. I'm hoping they'll grow a little bit taller and get out of reach of the slugs and the snails. But that's the purple climbing beans. Anything else? Seen the broad beans, raspberries. Raspberries are not doing too well this year. I would have thought these would be a lot taller than this by now. I mean, this is about the tallest one. Usually these are a lot taller by now. They are autumn fruiting raspberry, so yeah, I don't know what's going wrong with them, but we'll give them a chance and we'll see if they bounce back. Okay, let's head over to Delilah's plot and see how she's getting on with her plot. If you remember, she fell a couple of months back and broke her shoulder, and she's been out of action for quite a bit now, but things are improving and she's able to do some like duties and tasks, so she's still getting out there. I've been giving her a hand, and she's got a few things plotted on her plot, planted on her plot, so we're going to have a look at Delilah's plot right now. Okay, here we are at Delilah's plot. We'll start off with, we've got some dwarf purple French beans here. She only put these in the ground last week, so they're doing okay. The only damage to them is when I was putting in the canes for her, and one of the canes snapped and it sliced right through the stem of one of her beans. So they're doing quite nice. I think she's going to be putting a courgette in here, so there's nothing in that at the minute. She's got a courgette at home, and I think it's going to be going in there. This bed, we just dug this over today. She's got a butternut squash that I got from the plant swap last week, and she's going to be putting spring cabbages in here as well. She's got a few tomatoes here. These tomatoes here are the ones that I had left over. So there's a lot of black cherry and gardener's delight, and I think there's some moneymaker. She did have 2 beefmaster, but they got slugged. So the beefmaster was there and there, they got slugged. She has got some peas coming up, you can just see down there. But the pigeons have been having them. She's got a volunteer potato, don't know which variety that is, but it was in a different bed, but we moved it and it's doing okay. The apple tree's doing fantastic. I don't know whether you can see that, but yeah, it's doing really, really well. We've got apples everywhere. She's hoping for a really good harvest of apples this year. Brassicas, she's got some red drumhead cabbages and some, I think they're cauliflowers. So they could be the Romanesco cauliflowers. She has got a couple of Cavolo Nero that she's going to be putting in here as well. Someone left some potatoes out that they didn't want. They were all chitted and ready to go in the ground. So Delilah took them and she's put them in the ground here. She used a bulb planter to gouge out a hole, because I don't know if you can see this, but you dig down a little bit and the soil is so clayey. You can see the orangeness. All this orange stuff is just thick clay soil, so it's really difficult to dig in. But she used a bulb planter to make the holes for the potatoes, and they're doing okay. She's got a couple of romaine lettuce and some lovely red dragon mustard leaves here. I think she's got some spring onions along those lines, and she's got some watermelon radishes here. I'll stick a picture in the video of the watermelon radishes so you can see what they're like. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of radishes myself, but these look really nice. She's also got some broad beans. As you can see, some lovely beans grown in there. You can also see all the black fly, but that's to be expected. And she's got her main crop potatoes grown in pots. So, oh yeah, last thing, garlic. She's got some lovely garlic here as well. She keeps wanting to dig this up. She keeps asking when it's ready. It's not ready yet, Delilah. You just need to wait a little bit longer. Be a bit patient. Okay, that's me for today. I'm going to go home now and enjoy my strawberries. But thanks for watching. If you want to, give us a thumbs up. Give us a like if you want. Give us a subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. But I'll see you again in a few weeks' time. Bye for now.